Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of Married at First Sight, Season 12, Episode 2. Hello, stranger. Alright, so I'm hoping that it's working this time. Please tell me that it's working. Lynn J, Mickey, tell me that this is working. Because last time, can't do it. Alright. So let me know if my audio is good. Please let me know if my service is good, like if my camera. I think it looks good on my end. So I'm gonna wait just one more minute for everybody else to join the room, and then we're gonna get started. You guys, Married at First Sight Australia is coming out on Lifetime as well, and it has been made available to us. Normally, Married at First Sight Australia happens, and I'm told that it is a much better program. Like, it's more juicy in Australia. It's more fights, it's more drama. So I'm excited to watch that. Let me know if you want me to recap Married at First Sight Australia. It starts February 4th, so I just need to know that people are going to want to watch it. Jersey girl, mamita, thank you. I had a coworker named Yvette who called everybody mamita, and so we called her mamita as well, and I think it's so comforting. I can't wait to, if I have children, I can't wait to have a daughter and call her mamita. Mamita. Okay. All right, you guys. It is 12. Welcome. Those of you guys who are not watching this live, bear with me. I will get through this recap, and then I'm going to go to my chat section and have a conversation with those that are chatting. I would like to thank my moderators, Lindsay J, Mickey, aka Quasimodem. I'm probably sure me, Shannon, and Tiana will be here as well. So thank you guys for moderating the chat room. I won't be really paying attention to it because I want to give you guys a good quality video. All right, so the first couple that we are going to talk about is obviously Ryan and Clara. We are very excited for them. I'm very excited for them. I think Clara is lovely. I like Ryan, and I hope that everything, goes well with them. So the first thing we see is Paige saying that the Holy Spirit has manifested this and she's claiming it. But we don't deal with Paige and Chris until the last second of the episode. So let's start off with Ryan and Clara. So Clara is terrified that Ryan won't like her. So this is what this whole, culmination of her being very, very nervous, sweating, frustrated about her dress, her hair, her face, everything. So we have them and they're at the altar together looking at each other and they're blindfolded. Let's see if I have that. I can bring that picture up. And I thought it was a really cute thing, but I guess, somebody was telling me in the comment section that they could see how she was a little worried because they would have been a ball of nerves as well. So they're blindfolded looking at each other, and then their best man and best woman, that's not the bridesmaid, what is it, groomsman? Your best man and your maid of honor, they come up to them, take off their blindfolds, they see each other, and they're both just smiling from ear to ear. And they say hi to each other, nice to meet you. Mother Mary approves of Clara. She says hi to her, and it's very friendly. They do that thing where they do the thing where their family tells the not pastor, but the person who's doing the wedding, a little bit about the other person. And so Clara's family says that she is an extrovert. She loves to talk. She's outgoing. And she also knows a lot about serial killers, which was like a little funny thing. And she needs freedom to be who she is, but she's also very faithful, which I thought was amazing. Cause I feel like that's me. I need freedom to be who I am too. It's like at this point, I'm 38. It's too late. Though you're not going to try to change anything about me. No, I mean, obviously that isn't detriment. And so when they start to talk about Ryan, about how he's very calculated, he always thinks of what could go wrong and the many different directions a scenario can happen, which is something that I do too. Like, okay, if I make this move, what is the possible negative outcome? And then after that, what is the positive possible positive outcome. So he's calculating in that manner. And so she looks at him and she's like, you're my dad. And then they pan over to her dad, Roy, who I like him. He has a speech later on, which I enjoyed. So in their vows to each other, they promised to listen and always learn, which I thought was a really great thing, to listen and always learn. What an amazing, I think, mantra to have in any relationship, be it a friendship, any kind of relationship, you know? And so somebody also said to be an imperfect couple that learns to enjoy their differences. I thought that was really sweet too. Again, something that I would keep into any relationship that I have. Ryan is nervous though, because he's never said I love you to anyone, which is so interesting because I think that sometimes people put a lot of weight on the phrase I love you. And this is how I've kind of broken it down for myself. And this is morbid, but this is how I know I love somebody. If they were to pass, would I mourn? Like, would I actually mourn? Would I mourn their loss? And I don't mean like feel sad for a couple days. I mean like have there actually be a vacuum in my spirit. And like, so if you think about that, think about all the people, all your loved ones. Think about that. The people, you may have a cousin you're super close to. You may have a friend you're super close to. You may have a teacher that you really, really admired and love, you know, like I don't think that emotion is necessarily tied to just being in a relationship with somebody. And like, if you are in a relationship with somebody, I don't know how to say it. Like, I guess sexual relationship just makes it pinpointed to one thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about intimate. There it goes. Intimate relationship with someone, and you don't love them, or if they were to pass, you wouldn't mourn them, then like, why are you there? That's what I would think. I don't know though. I'm not an expert, as I always say. Okay, so he tells her his last name, and his last name is Obre. I almost thought it was like the word hombre, but she was like, man, I wanted somebody with an easy last name like Black, Smith, White, Jones. And I was just like, this man, like, that's a cool last name, right? And then he ends up saying that he is French Creole, like his family's from Louisiana. So I was like, oh, he's Creole. Okay, so that's an interesting culture for her to, you know, be around. So be excited about that last name. I don't know. You know, I'm always interested in like the difference and the not necessarily Americanness, which none of these last names are American. Like, what's American, right? So they have a cute conversation about how they're going to talk to each other when they go aside and they have their little champagne moment. And she's like, oh, it's like an AIM conversation, like back in the day when you used to send like age, sex, and location. And I was like, aw, AIM. That unfortunately was not my first way that we used to do that. First, it was like Google Rooms. Remember when you used to go into like Yahoo chat rooms? Not Google, Yahoo. Remember when Yahoo was the shit and you would go through Yahoo chat rooms and talk to weird predators like you were 14 and he was like not. But anyways, that's cute that AIM was their first like little age, sex, and location type situation. And so he says like, what is your base fear about this process? And she says, I am very fearful that I'm going to love you or fall in love with you and you're not going to love me back. And I thought that was very open. I thought that was very like here's who I am. Here's my spirit. I am in this process. And I think the fact that Ryan has never told anybody that he loves them is going to hold him back because he adds so much weight to it, as though like once you say it, that's it. You can't take it back. So I really worry about him in this, not opening up and being as like, not opening up to her as much as she is going to require or will do for him. Okay, so then they have this like reception type situation where the immediate family comes over and she hugs his parents and she hugs like, you know, they're all just trying to mingle and she's doing her best to try to like be the bride, 1, be the hostess, 2, and like manage her own feelings about having just married a stranger. And then they call them over to do the pictures and they take really lovely pictures. Like, look at this picture of them. You guys, look at this picture. It is so cute. Look at it. Look at this picture. Look how cute they look. They look so cute. So yeah. Let's see. Brother Chad finally shows some personality. Oh, that's really, really nice to see. And they take the pics, and then they have their first meal / first date right in front of everybody. And Clara is talking a mile a minute just about everything. And I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like the fact that producers wanted us to believe that Ryan was somewhat annoyed with her talking so much. They kind of edited a weird moment where she's just like talking, and then have his face like, no, I don't like that. I don't like it. Don't give her a bad edit. And then they have like the speeches. So for her speech, her father gets up and talks about how he doesn't know that he's ever met anybody who isn't as much of an extrovert as his daughter. In fact, he says that even from when she was 3 years old, she like proclaimed that Britney Spears dresses inappropriately. And she just has this kind of personality. And I could totally see that when she was bonding with the other ladies who was doing this process. Like she loves Paige, she loves Brianna. You know what I'm saying? I could see that vibrant spirit in Clara. And I think she might be like in a work environment a little messy sometimes because she probably does talk too much. But I think in a friendship environment, she's probably amazing. Her father also says that he's really grateful that he didn't have to pay for any of this, which I thought, win-win for everybody. This is a win-win situation for everybody. Okay, so that's all that I have to say about them. Is there anything I can think of? I don't know. I just really like them as a couple, and I think that they're going to go the long way. I think that the only thing that's going to be in their way is probably Ryan and his like overthinking and his need to overplan. All right. So the next couple that we are going to talk about is Virginia and Eric. Now, listen. Y'all know I don't drink, and it's not because I judge drinkers or because I'm like, oh, it's unhealthy or because I'm a former alcoholic, nothing like that. I'm allergic to it. I get really bad migraines. It is not worth my time. Sometimes I lie to people and tell them that I don't drink for other reasons, because if I tell them that I get sick, they try to immediately figure it out. And I'm like, I've literally hasn't been able to drink since I was 19 years old. I have tried everything throughout my 20s and a part of my 30s to try to figure out how I could have some like legal libation, you know what I'm saying? Because like it sucks to be the only person out in public not able to calm down, because I'm unable to unless I do things that are considered illegal and green, So I just feel like I would love to figure out if I could have a little drink, just something to chill the nerves. You don't think that I would love to find that? I would absolutely love it. Anyways, so I don't know. You guys tell me, what do you guys think in the comments section? Is Virginia like drinking too much? I don't know. Because at my age, somebody who's drinking as much as she drinks is like, it's too much. Like, I mean, it's too much. You need to go meditate if you have to calm yourself down that much. Okay, anyways, so Eric is with his brother and his friends in the hotel room, very excited about this. And, they're asking him the what if questions, and they're just talking about how he feels. And they're like, oh, are you going to take her last name? And he's like, I'm traditional. I'm traditional. And I was just like, ugh, whatever. And they're like, I would hope that they would give me somebody traditional because I'm a traditional guy. Then they cut to her taking shots, before even getting dressed. I feel like she drank when she was at her house. Then when she got to the hotel to get ready, they had 2 shots and like some champagne. Now listen, again, I haven't really drank, but 2 shots of whatever. 2 shots of whatever and champagne. Aren't you feeling good? Aren't you feeling nice at that point? Especially if you haven't eaten. And she walked in with one of those carafes, one of those like, metal carafes that you would put an alcoholic beverage in to keep it warm. I mean, keep it cold. Maybe there was water in there. I don't know. But her friends are like, you need to eat something. So I'm just like, ooh, there's something more going on with Virginia. And let's see, purple eyeshadow. That's what I wrote. I didn't like the purple eyeshadow. I get that purple was her theme. Her mother was wearing purple feathers in her hair, and I get it. I love the color purple. I love the movie. I love the book. I love the color. I love it in all iterations. Purple is a part of my life. I'm not wearing purple right now, but I spy several purple things within arm's distance of me. Okay. And I would never do that to my face on my wedding day. Would I wear a little bit of purple? Yeah, a little bit. But this woman had several shades, like 50 shades of purple on her eyes. And then I thought it was cute. And then they added more dark. And I was like, oh no. And she's sweating. And then I just imagine her at the end of this, like being like, and her eye makeup just being like all down her face. Like, look at this picture of her. Does this look like somebody who has a wedding dress on? They didn't even take like one of those like classic wedding pictures. I think they did. I didn't take sorry, let me unclasp myself. I think they did, but this is the picture that they chose. Look at her face. You can't even see her eyes. It just isn't a good look. Jesus, I hated it, and I was so mad at it. I was like, who is doing this? Like, no, you guys don't support this choice. Tell her no. Okay, so he then gives us a little bit of information, Eric, about his past relationship and his past marriage. And he said that his past marriage, he didn't even have all this. It was like a slapdash wedding. It was just like a form they filled out because it was his girlfriend, and he needed to marry her in order for her to live on the base with him. It was an arrangement, basically, and that didn't end up working out. So he's like, a wedding ring, all this, I've never had it. And so, you know, he's looking forward to this being the real thing, and the real thing. And so when he gets to the altar and he's waiting for her, she comes down. She's really nervous. It looks like she's about to cry. She's wiping all her makeup off. Like, it's just like, she's like, I need a drink. You know, we already know she's feeling nice. And so she walks down the aisle and he's like, oh my God, she's beautiful. Now, here's the deal. These two are the most general and basic looking of people I have ever seen in my life. Like, the only reason that I don't get Eric and Jacob mixed up is because Jacob to me has features that are discernible. But Haley and Virginia to me are the same. I don't know why this are like Haley and Virginia, the same person. Clara, I can see, you know, features on her, but it's like, it's just, I don't know. I just wrote down rosacea for Eric. And I know rosacea isn't something that people can handle, but she's like, he's so cute. He's so handsome. I'm like, really? I mean, I'm not saying that the man is unattractive. I'm just saying that he's like a blank piece of paper. I don't know if you guys watched Love After Lockup, but do you guys remember Love After Lockup? There was Maurice and like, I think her name was Jennifer or whatever. And to me, she looked like a blank piece of paper too. I was like, it's the absence of features for me. So, they then talk about how, his family ends up showing up into his room and showing him some support. We find out that his father's a pilot as well. And so, you know, I was right that he has this privileged upbringing. And so it may not go as well, you know, work as well with Virginia and her upbringing. His family says that they would hope that he wouldn't keep his feelings hidden, which is something that he normally does, which is a huge red flag for me. Like, I can't be with somebody who doesn't tell me how they feel, because then it's just going to build up and they're going to get upset and then one day just yell at me in the mall in front of everybody and I'm going to be so embarrassed and feel stupid. Yes, this happened a long time ago, but like ever since then I was like, I can't be with somebody who won't just tell me how they're feeling. Like, if you are annoyed and you want to save our friendship, our relationship, then you need to tell me. And then if I take that information and still do what I want to do with it, then obviously I don't care and you can go about your business. But like, you need to give me an opportunity to course correct. I don't like it when people don't give me that opportunity to course correct. Okay. Anyways, that's just a little bit about me. Thank you for those of you guys who are in the room right now. If you could go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, that'd be so helpful. I want to thank my moderators for helping with that. I see Tiana and I see Lynn J and Quasi. I see you guys putting up thumbs up. But, you know, for those of you who are at home watching this or not live, thumbs up this video, please. Thank you. Okay, so afterwards, I put Virgin feels sick, no food. Oh, her name is Virginia. I just sometimes write her name is Virgin. Comes from a pilot legacy, said that already. Attracted to his rosacea, said that already. Easy and natural connection. Okay, so apparently they have an easy and natural connection, which I thought was great. I love it when I see a man holding a woman by her hips or her waist. I think that is so hot and sexy and intimate. I love that. Like, hold me by my waist, please. Thank you. This makes me feel like a woman. I feel like a woman. It does. It really makes me feel that way. And so I really hope that, that he's getting this positive feeling from her. Eric is overwhelmed a little bit. I can see him turning a lot red. By the end, or by the time that they're sitting down and talking to each other, Virginia's real comfortable, okay? Her whole body language is like she's sitting at a bar. She's not at her wedding. She's at a first date. They've had some beers, and she's just like, tell me about yourself, like very comfortable, which is endearing if I didn't know that she was like such a lush. She's sitting there and she's like, her hair is flat. She looks like a wet cat. She doesn't look like she's had someone doing her hair for hours. I was like, how does your whole thing fall apart? She needed an updo. I was just real underwhelmed by this whole situation. I don't think that they are gonna last. I don't know if Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper knew that she was such a lush, but even if production is wanting us to believe that he's noticing her drinking, I think he is noticing her drinking. She's like, I need a shot. I need some wine. I need whatever. And I'm like, a shot and a glass of wine? What is it that you need, miss? Those are like lots of different things that you're asking for. And then she's drinking wine, like lots of wine at dinner, wine when she's talking to his friends and family, wine all the time. And I'm like, I get it. But at some point you're feeling good. And you just need to let yourself feel good and stop drinking and have some water. I could be wrong, could be production, but that's what we're giving. She's like, what is your mom thinking right now? And he's like, well, she's, probably just taking this all in. And I'm just like, they're just bougie white people, and she then mentions that her sister is a part of the LGBT community and that she had her children via either IVF or IUI. And he's like, I don't judge anybody. And I hate when people say that. What do you mean you don't judge anybody? I don't judge people. No, I do judge people. Sorry. I don't listen. Sometimes that is the only discerning way you can figure out if someone's going to work with you or not. And the way he says, I don't judge people. I hate when straight people say, I don't judge. What do you mean you don't judge? What does that mean? Who are you is my thought to even think about whether or not you're going to judge. It's not a choice. Like, this is who they are. That's like, you judge somebody for dyeing their hair pink. That's a judgment. I judge you for dyeing your hair pink. I judge you for buying a stupid car, for wasting your money on shoes when you haven't even paid your rent. Those are judgments. But if someone's black, you don't judge them for being black. Like, and if you did, are you part of like creation? Are you some individual that is able to step outside of creation in general in order to judge? And I just hate that statement. I know he probably didn't mean it like that. And maybe he meant it kind of like that because his family does judge. He's like, people can be whatever they want. No. People are born whatever they want, in my personal opinion. So I'm not going to argue with anybody about that. But I think it's weird when people say they don't judge. It's like saying I don't judge their lifestyle. What fucking lifestyle? They want to live their life. Anyways, and so she like shakes her head at that, and then she also talks about her family's traditional as well. And I'm like, they're not really though. Like, she says that her mom and dad have taken a long time to get to the point where they can be in the same room with each other. And I'm like, damn, that shit is serious. I wonder what he did to her, or wonder what she did to him. But anyways, her dad end up walking her down the aisle, and her stepmom is there. Everybody's there supporting her, so she's feeling good. Okay, so that is the end of them. Oh, she says that she likes to go out. And he's like, what do you mean define go out? She's like, well, I mean, I like to go to parties. I like to go to bars. I like to go to strip clubs. Like, I like to go to carnivals. I like to go to, shows. I like to go anywhere. And basically, I'm out all the time. I'm not going to lie. And he's like, okay, that is not me. That is not me. And that's, I think, the biggest thing that I find where they're mismatched, because she's 26, right? Or she's young and he's 34. He's not looking for I think they're mismatched because of age. I think they're mismatched because of like values and what they want right now. How is she ready to get married when she still like wants to go out and party and do all that stuff? I'm not saying you can't do that with your husband, but then you got to make sure you get a husband who wants to do that. What is this? Delete. Okay, so let's move on. The next couple that we are going to talk about is my favorite couple, my first favorite couple. So my first favorite couple, then Clara and Ryan are my second favorite couple. First favorite couple, Brianna and Vincent. Okay, let's ring up their picture because I love them so much. Okay, I love him. Come on, Papi. I love it. I love every moment of it. I love it. I love it. So I wrote down champagne while getting ready, the both of them. Brianna's mother comes in and she's like, what can I do for you? And Brianna's like, nothing. And Brianna's getting her hair like a natural style, natural updo style, which I thought was so stinking cute. I mean, like, I got some clips. She had hers sewn in, but I have some clip-ons like that, and if only my hair would grow in normally, then I'd be able to use them more. But we won't talk about me. Let's talk about Brianna because it's her day. And then he's with his boys and he's talking about breaking the curse of, not curse, but he talked about I guess like Dominican culture and how a lot of times like people don't get married and they have kids from various people. And I'm like, you know what, it's not only Dominican cultures that does that. There's a lot of different cultures that do that, and it's like marriage to a certain extent is a luxury, and not everybody can do it, not everybody can afford to do it, not everybody has the means, the understanding, like, or the fortitude to stay bonded to somebody just because, like, whatever, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Marriage is not something that is common in a lot of different cultures. They can be shacked up or whatever, but actually going to get married and actually staying faithful, like, sometimes you don't have that privilege. Anywho, so her dress is beautiful. Okay, her hair is beautiful. I loved it. I love her dress more than like anybody else's dress thus far. Oh, let's let the leg out. Ooh, let her be free. Let the blood flow. Great. Okay, so Vincent is nervous, and he wants to be a great dad, a great husband, and all that jazz. Okay, I love that he had on his Jesus piece. Oh, I love it. I love a Jesus piece. Don't we all love a Jesus piece? I mean, with somebody who has like a job, right, and can really afford the Jesus piece. Her mother says, I'm going to jump back and forth for them in their hotel room talking. Her mother ends up saying that, like, she's like, I thought you would be a bridezilla, but she isn't a bridezilla, so this is actually really great. They love to say how much Brianna is bossy, that she is a bossy. Mom is trying to help her to be open to this process and open to the person that she gets. Brianna's also kind of worried that she might not be physically attracted to her husband, because she says in the past she's always put physical attraction above compatibility, and now it's time to not do that. So she really hopes that he's attractive, though, so that she won't, I guess, put up a wall right away. He's got on a beautiful green suit. Okay, it looks good. So he comes out, and we're now downstairs at, preparing for the wedding. He comes downstairs, he sees her mother, he reaches out to her, he gives her a hug. I love that moment when they do that. And then all of her friends are just like, ooh, he's cute, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, he's so cute. I'm so happy for her. I love Vincent so much. Then she comes down the aisle, and he thinks that she's beautiful, and I think she's beautiful, and we all think she's beautiful. And then they, like, I guess give each other like a hug. He doesn't give her a full like hug. She's like this big, so I imagine if he did hug, he might break her. So he gives her like a weird open hug, and she goes in for that. And then they do the vows. They also have the moment where the friends and family talk about them to each other. Friends and family tell the curator, orator, something rater, the person who's doing the wedding, the officiant, Jesus, why is that word escaping me? Officiant, about each other. So they're like, she's bossy. Oh, and she's also bossy. But she's kind, she's faithful, she's loving, she has a big heart. And then his friends and family say that he's really about love and family, and he's super supportive, and he's the kind of guy that won't tell you when there's a problem, will just fix it and then come and tell you about it afterwards. And she was like, oh, okay, I like that. And I was like, girl, I like that too. Girl, just fix it, just fix the problem. Hey, I love it. I love it. So they have that cool moment. I wish that they were a little bit more like into each other. I felt like Ryan and Clara were a little bit more like open and into each other, but I guess they were both very, very nervous, and Vincent was turning a little red. It was so cute. So they have their moment when they're by themselves and the sun is setting, and they're opening their champagne to talk, and it's a lot of nerves. They have the whole table in between them. I wish they would stand next to each other because I'm rooting for them so bad. He pours the champagne and he tells her his last name, which is Morales, and she's like, Morales? And I was like, oh Jesus. Okay, it's so interesting to me because my like Black culture is adjacent to Latino culture. So when I meet Black people who's like theirs isn't adjacent to it, I'm like, did you just say that, girl? That he didn't. This is an easy last name. Morales is an easy last name. And so she's like, oh, he's like, yeah, I'm Dominican. And she's like, oh, okay, how long have you been in Atlanta? And he's like, I've been here since 2011. I'm like, he definitely has an East Coast accent. He's not from Dominican. I don't think he's from the Dominican Republic, like born there. But because his accent is very New York. I don't know if he's from New York, but his accent is very East Coast to me, or at least he might be from Florida. What I'm saying is that his accent is very Dominican culture in America. So he could be from a pocket of Dominican culture somewhere in the States, right? And so she's like, cool, okay. And let's see, thinking about things for my family. So say about me, Morales, they are standing far apart. I wrote that. Cooking in the kitchen. Oh, so they have this cute little moment where he's like, he's like, do you cook? And she's like, no, I don't cook, or I cook sometimes. And he's like, I would like to do that with you. I'd like for us to be in the kitchen cooking together and like getting to know each other and like smiles and hugs and intimacy. And I was like, oh, I love him. And then he also talks about like what he does for work, and I thought he was a car salesman, but really he's a car salesman broker. So what he does is he like works with the elite, works with the rich, finds them cars at a good deal, and they pay him the money to do it. And so she's like, okay, I like that, which always makes me nervous when people do listen, I love an entrepreneur, and that's a fun job and that's a great job. So I'm glad that he has his own business. However, it makes my heart palpitate because I'm like, what if there's no more rich people to buy rich things? I get worried about that for some reason. But, if you're a proper businessman, then you have more than one business and you have more than one investment. So I have to trust and relax and relate and release and make sure that everything is good with that. So far they like each other, and I hope that Brianna opens up a little more because I feel like she could break this by being closed off and like being bossy and being crazy. I just hope that she just like lets it happen, just like loses herself in the next 2 weeks. All right. So that's it. The next couple that we talk about or we see briefly are Paige and what's his face? Chris. But the problem is that we only get like the snippet. Him and his whole family are ridiculous though. So let me tell you. So we've got Chris and we've got Paige. Now I find myself being worried that Paige is not pretty enough for him. I don't know. Like, I feel like she's another person to me with like blank features. Like I could not pick her up out of a lineup. She doesn't look like she has no discernible features to me. And maybe it's because her wigs are just in her face, blocking her face and just bothering me. I hate her wig so much. But her dress actually looks really pretty after it's like put on and it's good. And then they take her hair down, and I wish her hair was in an updo. I don't know why. I've never even thought about it with weddings, but I wish her hair was in an updo. And she is saying that, the Holy Spirit is telling her that this is the time is ready. And then his family comes in his hotel room. For some reason, his mom and dad don't come into the hotel room. His grandparents do. So I missed that. I don't understand if he comes from this long legacy of, church going people who stay married forever. Where are his parents? They're there, but they're just not in his like hotel room with them. So he and grandmother says, this is how you need to be, I need you to be open to this process. And all of his, groomsmen or whatever around him, his pastor is actually the officiant of this wedding. They didn't just do a MAFS person. And so he then has like a dumb thing on his suit, which I think I would like it if I didn't dislike him so much. He has like a chain on his suit. He's got like a vest underneath it. It's fitting him too tight. as what I think it is too tight on him. And then you see him and he's got like basically some cropped pants. So his whole wedding outfit just looks stupid to me. It just looks stupid. I don't care. He's wearing high-water cropped ankle biters pants that are too tight, and he's got on his slip-on shoes, and we see a lot of his foot. I mean, we see like this much. If I could bring my foot up, I would, but I can't. We could see like this much of skin between his shoe and his pants leg. Shoe and his pants leg. It's so annoying. And then his parents are in the audience and they're mic'd up or somewhere next to a hot mic, and his father's like, well, I hope she's pretty, I hope she ain't ugly. And the mother's like, and if she is ugly. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What? Excuse me? Who are y'all? Who are y'all for real? And so then she's just like ready to go out there. So I worry that they won't think she's pretty, because I don't necessarily know that I do. But it's only because I hate the wigs. I need to just see her in a different light. Like maybe when I see her on our honeymoon. But I just think that, Paige deserves this. She is successful, bought her own house at 21, and she's been praying for this, and she doesn't deserve to be with an asshole who just wants to be on TV to talk about how good he is and how, women have been trying to use him for his money and that he wants somebody, blah, shut up, blah, 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 blah. She really does feel like she was two people created by God to come together. Family advises from grandparents and so his whole family is full of a bunch of just like hypocrites and liars. I just don't like them. I don't even know that they're liars, but anyways. Okay, so that's where it cuts off. So the next time we get back to the show, we are going to see Paige and Chris, and we're also going to see Jacob and Haley. So I hope that their weddings are great, and then I hope after that we go straight into the honeymoon and we can start to see some real personalities here, and this can start to speed up. All right, you guys, so that is the end of this episode. For those of you guys who are not watching this live, I want to thank you for joining. Go on ahead and let's have a kiki and conversation in the comment section. Let me know if you would like for me to do Married at First Sight Australia, because I will definitely do that for you guys. I really think it's going to be interesting and fun. Go on ahead and leave a bouquet of roses down in the comment section if you got to the end of this video, okay? All right. For those of you guys who are watching this live, please stay tuned. We'll have a kiki in the comment section just right now. But for everybody, I hope you have a fantastic week. Don't forget to check out my Love After Lockup video, which will be coming out on Sunday, and my 90-Day Fiance video, which will be coming out on Tuesday of next week. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Okay, I'm putting my fan on. Here's the real key. Let's do the key. Oh, here's this. Let's do the key. And let's put my fan on because she's hot. Thank you all. All right, so what did you guys think? Tell me about it. Let's talk about it. What did you guys think of this episode? And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. There are 130 people in this room. I don't know how many likes there are. Let me just look around at this. I wish I could show you guys what I see. Oh, maybe I can show you guys what I see. You guys want to see what I see? Okay, I'm going to take my camera off and show you guys what I see. So these are the things that I'm looking at. How can I get this down? Okay, so this is what I see. So this is my like streaming service right here. And then this is YouTube right here. Uh-oh, I changed YouTube somehow. Okay, there it is. So there's a lot going on, you know? All right, I'm going to put myself back. And don't mind my messy room. I'm painting in the other room, so I have all this stuff in here waiting for it. But anyways, that's a little bit about what my setup looks like. All right, back to you guys. Stream settings, viewer activity, stream health. Oh, stream health is excellent. Okay. Chris has a sloping brow and a nose that just makes his face undesirable. Thank you so much, Lynn J. This is exactly how I feel too. He also has a lot of skin above or below the brow, which like just makes me feel like as he gets older and gains weight, it's just gonna do terrible things to his face. Oh, Jersey Girl, I do have a P.O. box. It is in the description section of this. Here, let me go to my YouTube. I don't know it off the top of my head. But yeah, send me your candle, girl. I'm setting up my new studio. I can 100% talk about your product. I would hope that people would send me stuff to my P.O. box because I absolutely want people to send me stuff so that I can promote it for them, you know? Especially if you're a super small business. I want to help out. So let's get oh, I think I messed up. Ugh. Maybe I should put my P.O. box information higher. It's all or nothing. Okay, there's my P.O. box. Maybe I should add it to the pinned part at the top. Okay, what are you guys saying? So I says, I don't know who hyped Chris's big-headed self up. He does have a big head. Gets on my nerves. Laura Livingston says, I'm not loving Chris. I hope things improve with him, but not looking good. I agree. Mickey says, I was trying to type techie girl, and it kept changing to tacky. Amanda says, I'm worried about Virginia's drinking, but I feel like they replayed clips of her drinking, especially when their family and friends were giving speeches. Yeah, I don't know if it is... You're right. I don't necessarily know if it's only that she is a lush or that the editing is showing that. Laura Livingston says Chris is under the impression that he's a real catch, and he's not. I think that he might be a catch in some circles, but like his attitude and his like expectations make him undesirable. You know, I think on paper some of the things might show that he's a catch, but like it's the attitude for me. You know what I'm saying? It's the hope she's not ugly for me. Like how dare you say somebody's ugly or even think about that? He has elephant man syndrome in the head. Oh my God, you guys are going in on Chris. Chris makes my skin crawl. Listen, Laura says you should mention your P.O. box in all your broadcasts as a reminder to folks. You're right, I should. I'm going to fix all that. I actually put up, I'm getting my other channel together, and so I'm like having to create all this stuff from scratch again, and so, and not under duress. Like the first, creating a channel is hard. Having to like get stuff ready and like, you know, media kits, girl, it's a lot. Anyways, but yes. Yeah, the fact that Chris has to be so vain. Yeah. Nichelle says, so far I really don't like Chris. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. Big Ed. Uh-oh. Who has a baby on the way? What? What's happening? I missed it. Maybe not someone's type, but I don't think you'll be matched with an ogre or anything. Yeah, I just feel like, to me, looks don't even matter all that much. I mean, they don't. And I hate to say that, but like, I just need to be attracted to them. And attraction doesn't necessarily mean that I think that they look physically like Adonis or physically whatever. Like, there have been a lot of guys. In fact, most of the guys I think that I am usually attracted to aren't classically pretty or beautiful or anything like that. It's about their attitude. I mean, there have been times where I've lucked out and had both, but like for the most part, I don't think that I've lucked out and had both, you know? Chris's ex-girlfriend is pregnant. What? What? The one that he left? She's pregnant? Whoa. Whoa. Chris and her match because they both claim to be godly but openly express their desire to have sex. Am I too harsh? Lorraine, that's what I was thinking too. Listen, I think that you can express your Christianity in any way that you would desire. However, like, I just think of, when I think of Southern traditional Black Christianity, I think of like, you know, that sort of shame of sex and how sex is of the devil and it should, you know, like all that. And listen, I'm not saying that you can't be Christian and think about having a fruitful and positive sex life. In fact, I think that people should have sex before their marriage. I think waiting till you're married to have sex is dumb. I think a girl, especially women, not exploring who they are and their bodies and their sexuality at an age that works well for them. Not at something that's like, you know, where a man comes in and speeds it up for you. But I mean, like, I wish that more people had these conversations with their daughters to talk about that in a healthy way that isn't like shameful. Like, it shouldn't be shameful. But it is. I have been told that I am only with good looking guys. That isn't true. I don't introduce the ugly ones to my friends. Mickey. I've been on both ends. Fine guys with ugly ways and ugly guys with fine ways. So yeah. Oh, let me take these two off the screen. It's all or nothing. All right, you guys. So any other like tea? You know, normally I don't like tea, but I want more tea. I can't believe that girl is pregnant. I need more information on that. I need more information. Also, I didn't watch their like, they have this like little pre-show chit chat with somebody, and it was three of them. It was Clara, it was Haley, and it was Clara, it was Paige, and it was Brianna. And I didn't watch it, but I'm gonna go watch it. Aisha says, I think I like Chris and Paige. I think Chris and Paige. Oh, wait, sorry. She didn't say like. She said, I think Chris and Paige. I don't know. Big Ed got on live TV and said he knows he's fine. Wait, Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé? Fine? You mean like fine? Or you mean like fine? Because he's not even fine. I'm wishing Eric and Virginia make it. I don't know that they will. I think that party girl part of her, especially because she says that she wanted that in a man. She wanted somebody who wanted to go out with her. So I don't know. My children tell me everything, even if it's not for me. 25 and 20, old daughter, and my son is 19. They express everything about themselves. So that's good, Jersey girl. Shayna K says, I love WOD chats. Getting your perspective on personal stuff is always a joy. Can we get more girl chat stuff on your other channel? Oh, yeah. Yeah. On my other channel, you will. Maybe I can show you guys real quick my my thing that I made for my other channel. I made a banner. I mean, you obviously could just go to the channel and subscribe to it. You could go to follow. You could just look up youtube.com/TKTHSTG or just search my name Wahima. You could just go follow it. But I want to show you guys because I made it yesterday. It took me a long time to make it, but I did it, and I'm so proud of myself. I think it's not that one. It is this one. Oh, it's huge on the page. Okay, wait. Let's see. Can I get it over? So it's not going to be all of this white, obviously. It's going to be everything that's inside of the white. Can you guys see it? Let me see if it's gotten onto you guys yet. I was really proud of myself. I think that the little bush, the little plant, is a little too big now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, an honest account of my SMBC journey. But and other topics. Oh shoot. Man. My original ones, I had to make it 3 different times. My original one says an honest account of my single mother by choice journey plus other topics. I completely forgot about that. So I think I do need to make it over again. Or maybe I'll just put that in my channel trailer. Who knows? But anyways, I like it. Thanks for liking it, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I love you so much. Oh, so very much excited. Love you so much. No, I didn't draw that myself. I was on PicMonkey and they had that someone drew it, and everything that I made there is from PicMonkey. I didn't draw anything. I don't know how to draw. Thanks, guys. But yeah, I will be it's going to be more of a talky situation on that channel. All right, we're at 51 minutes. It's time to go. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, everybody who is here. Thank you guys who are not watching this live but stayed past the end of the episode. And I appreciate you. So, again, tell me if you want me to do Married at First Sight Australia. Let me know right here. So Married at First Sight Australia, you guys will watch it. Please give me a thumbs up. They're actually going to have it on Lifetime, so there's no excuse, at least for those of us that are in the States. Those of you who are not in the States, Quasi, I don't know how you're going to get it. How are you going to get it? But if you're getting Married at First Sight, you should, the American one, season 12, they should show you the Australian one. So SMBC is Single Mother by Choice. Thumbs up. Thumbs up if you want me to do it. Also, how many of you guys are a part of the stage crew? If you're a part of the stage crew, please leave a stage crew symbol. You guys know what the stage crew symbol is, right? The one that you always put when they go live. I just wanted to know, like, who the crossover is. Because sometimes I go into the stage crew chat and I'm like, hey, guys. And everyone's like, wah! Like, not everybody, but, like, I have 3 or 4 people that are like, wah! So I just want to know if you're in the stage crew or not. Let me know. There's a little bit of delay on my end from what you guys see. UK is known on E4, Australian math. Okay. Bachelor is the only one I have probs getting. Oh, okay. Stay healthy and safe, everybody. Bye, Ramsterdam. Good night. It's late there. Ramsterdam, it's almost 9 p.m. Thank you for being here. Okay. So, but you guys know what I'm talking about if you're a part of the stage crew. Okay, cool. I love being a part of the stage crew. It's so interesting being on the other side of it and watching somebody do so well. I just like wish that I could be a fly on the wall of Come on Stage Studios so that I could know what they're doing. Would I love for him to want to help me? Yes. To put my content on Come on Stage Studios? Yes. I would leave YouTube in a heartbeat. Just to have somebody actually explain to me how shit should go, how things should happen, and like, I would love that. I bought his masterclass, even though I didn't watch it, because like I just, sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, you want me to post on every single social media platform all the time? No, because I'm lazy. I want someone to do it for me. It's 9:52 in Amsterdam. Oh, 10. Oh, it's late, girl. Go to bed. I can't wait to see you on the Kev ones. Yeah, I have it. I love that app. That's the reason why I looked, is because I'm a Patreon follower of his, and Patreon came up on my phone. And then I'm also I also have the app, and I watch it on there too. So I think it's so dope, Thank you so much, Laura. Have a great day. All right, you guys. So that is the end. Thank you, Shayna, for saying that 2021 is going to be my year. That is the end of this episode, you guys. Go back to your lives. Thank you so much, and we'll see you later on this week. Okay. Love and light to you, to yours and your family. I want you to be true, be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. It's all or nothing.